First of all, I said I'm going to thank him every time he's here, and I'm going to thank him again. Thank you for doing what you're doing, bud. It's not easy. Steve Bennett, West Covina resident. Good evening, council, staff. Hopefully you guys had a happy and safe 4th of July. I know it was very eventful. I'm going to comment on a couple things. I'm going to kind of abridge my comments a little bit because of some things other people have said. First of all, in the United States, we have a right to petition and guaranteed by the First Amendment by the United States Constitution, which specifically prohibits government from abridging the right of the people to peaceably redress of grievances. However, if you read the council's agenda packet, it did specifically state, and I will read it out loud, the city clerk will not read the comments out loud during the council meeting. That is a direct contrast to every council agenda packet previously during this COVID thing where it said the city clerk would read emails given to the city council. Now, I, like some of the other people have said, am glad to see that the council decided to do that. I'm curious if it was the council or the city staff. I'm troubled by that because it was a sudden change right after we had a meeting where numerous residents spoke against your guys' desire, the city staff's desire, to change to LA County Fire. In fact, one of the things that came out in that meeting was a fire captain for West Covina who brought up all kinds of issues that are possibly being done questionably in this city. And so I wonder if some of that decision to not allow those read out loud letters was a decision to stifle and to prevent residents from producing their opinions. There's a lot of things that I fight for, and you guys know me that during Measure WC, when there was an addition to not having rebuttal arguments, one of the things I came up here and fought for was First Amendment rebuttal rights to have the ability to speak. I value our Constitution. I value that right. I hope you guys don't try to get rid of the ability to email, especially during a global pandemic. There are residents that would be very disenfranchised from that. So that's my first comment. I'm also going to talk a little bit about I forget the item numbers, but there's a slew of them. All of the public employees bargaining agreements are up for, I guess you can say, renegotiation or temporary renegotiation. You guys know you guys voted 12% pay raises for police and fire last year, and now we can't afford it. We told you couldn't afford it. You guys still approved it, and the police department stood up and clapped in the residents' faces when that happened. Now they're not even willing to meet with you. They're not even willing to meet with the city manager and confer in a reasonable way. And the fire department, who apparently did meet, is only willing to give back about $700,000 for a short time to do that. We're in this problem because of decisions like those. We're in this problem because of that. If those two departments are not willing to rescind those MOUs, I don't understand how you can go to the other employee bargaining groups and ask them to give up money. They didn't get a raise. They got nothing. You gave 12% to the police and fire, and now they're willing to give back a little, and we're going to force police in certain areas to give back. But now you're asking the other 7 bargaining groups to give a little money. Now, the management groups, they probably make okay money. Okay, maybe we can ask them to give a little bit more. But you got some people in the city who don't. And we're asking them to give up something they never got because somebody else got. It's not right. This is the issue that we have as residents. Spend our money, spend the taxpayers' monies appropriately. Okay? Go to those departments. If you've got the power under a financial, fiscal responsibility, emergency, whatever we're calling this sham, then let's go to them and get those gone. Because that's the answer. You guys approved those 12% raises, and we can't afford it. $2.4 million. And the fire department's only given back $700,000, and we're expecting $400,000 from all of the other departments in that. Guys, we can't ask our employees that are staffers and people that are not in management and not police officers and firefighters to give up money that they are entitled to when you guys gave money to somebody else and they're not giving it back. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Next speaker, please.